Hello, good morning, welcome here. Today is Sunday, I think the 18th or 19th. Gonna do some political tarot, so if you're here for the celebrity things, did one yesterday, you can look at that. Yeah, so it's been quite a time and a time, as ever, in American politics. Oh my gosh. And just in my state, we had tornadoes on Friday, where I was near, and I had to take cover with kids at school. That was quite a time, but everybody was safe. It's just that it was near enough by. And now today it's freezing cold, so it went from humid to freezing cold. Anyway, that's just that little weather update on where I've been. All right, I'm using the Pulp Tarot. This is what I typically do use for political reads. We'll take a look at J.D. Vance and his remarks about Pope Leo. Oh, please. But J.D. Vance in general. I'll take a brief look at the stock market, and I don't know what to say on that. And third, Al Green and his race against Christian Menafee. I don't know if I'm saying it right. That's in Texas, and that's a runoff race coming up, and I'll try to explain a little bit about that as we go along. So, okay. Let's take a look at this guy. And I think in defense of his boss, talking about how the Pope needs to be, careful when he talks about matters of theology. Really? I mean, that's just, good grief. So, let's not come for Pope Leo. Let's be respectful of Pope Leo. But let's just kind of take a look at, anything we can see about what's coming for Mr. Vance. So we'll do that one first. I'll bring you over here. And I've got my space heater on in the background. I might do these in batches here. Just really cold. It's gonna warm up, but oh my gosh. After temperature dropped Friday. All right, we're asking about JD and what's coming up for him. I mean, he would love to be at the helm, at the number one spot. He would love that, wouldn't he? But what's coming up for Mr. JD? And he's, I don't know, always gotta try and defend the boss. The boss. All right, so for this, oh my goodness. Whatever. Invoked a name there, and that card tends to come around. The name I invoked, his boss. I don't like to say the name that much. And it's just such a difficulty for the entire world. And, all right, and this is also for entertainment, and allegedly it's just for entertainment purposes only. Taking a look at Mr. JD. What's coming up? All right, I think we've got him. Do the cut. What can we know about Mr. Vance? What's coming up for him? He always has to feel like he's defending the boss. What can we know for Mr. Vance? All right. And it's about 4:04. I try to put some timestamps in there. Okay. All right. So, oh my. Well, not physical death. I don't know. Other than if it were somebody, let's read on, but this could be an indicator of something to come here. But I think that's what he's wishing for, and then he would get a big change of job, which is something he would like. Okay, in the middle, the Angel of Temperance. He's got to wait. he's got to be waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for his turn. And also this is like a message of like, be careful who you're talking about, especially Pope Leo is a leader, a Catholic leader, and really quite well respected and loved in the Catholic Church. But he's got to be patient, and he is waiting to come into his own. All right, let's go into the future a bit here. Oh man, he's got 3 huge cards. Justice? Whoa. He's going to be tied up in the courts in time to come with all the problems and all of the misdeeds that have gone on in this administration. Yeah, that's definitely coming for him. So it's one of those situations where I feel like it's be careful of what you wish for. You might just get it, but then it's not this great thing at all. Yeah, so, all right, let's take a look at the bottom of the deck anyway. Yeah, okay, 5 of Swords. In terms of him, I mean, there's so much, like I said, misdeeds, allegedly, for entertainment, that are going on. The taking, and then this illegal Iran war, which looks like it's for money, but this guy is walking away. And then there's swords in the back. But he's going to be defending himself, and also this is speaking to what the ripping off. All right, going inside the deck. Yeah, all right. This is coming again. It's just speaking more and more to the lawsuits, the sword of truth. This sword of truth is going to come hammering, and it will not be kind. And this may take time. You know, when it's inside, it's like hidden. It will come to time, but that card coming is really interesting. Okay. All right. Well, I just feel like he's waiting, and this is what's coming along with that big sword of truth and lots of court battles that, you know, I think I may be sitting around going, my goodness, I had no idea, we didn't know. I mean, we intuit, allegedly. But those are some big cards. Huge. All right, I'm going to bring you over this way because I'll shake this out. I use my this is a toy that my kids had. And somebody asked about the stock market, and oh boy, it just goes up and down. I'm not giving you any advice about what to do about stocks, but we'll take a little peek here at the stock market. So it's starting to shuffle for that about 8:12. We'll get to see what all right, what can we know about the stock market? It'll have a correction. They always do, but I am no expert in these matters. Let's be clear. I am not an expert. Kind of get them really cleared out from that interesting Vance. All right. What would you like people to know? Guides and angels. It's just saying be careful. Like, don't... I don't know. One thing I am not wild about at all is crypto. Be careful of that. I'm not giving you any advice here, but it's just not my jam. I think it's too untested. All right, just a little bit more. All right, stock market, American stock market. What can we know about that? What can we know? I usually like having reversals in there. Okay. All right. That feels good. Okay, we'll do the cut. Oh, yeah. What about the stock market? What can we know on that point? Yeah, just be careful. Leave things where they are for now. What can we know about the stock market? Okay, it's about 9:54. Okay, and I'll try and put my head in the frame too. First card, we're getting all the cards. There's going to be judgment coming for it, and also maybe use your good judgment. Don't be a fool on it right now. Be careful. Be careful. But I feel like there's major judgment too coming for the United States, and some of the manipulation, allegedly, my opinion, going on. So use your judgment. There's judgment also coming. All right, in the middle. Right now, this card is packed with pentacles. People are making money. It's just, is it right? Is it really right? Is that what this war is doing in Iran, making people very rich? This is one of the cards that has some of the most pentacles on it. So, yes, people are getting rich, but let's look into the future here. Yeah, it's going to be a burden. This is going to come to an end. And there's corrections, things go down, but be careful trying to get caught up in any of that. Just be aware and use your judgment. I'm going to take one more card. Yeah, and then with things, people will have to make decisions. Two of Swords, trying to figure out which way to go with it. Okay, I'll look at the bottom here again. Five of Pentacles. We go from the 10 down to the 5 here. The stock market's going to leave some people out in the cold. It's gonna be a burden. Just be careful, and maybe ask a trusted banker if you can bank. Look to other things you could work with. I'm trying not to give you advice here, but just be careful that no matter. Here we go with the 10 down to the 5. So it's going to have its correction, and we're in for some judgment. Oh, sorry. Wanted to hide, didn't it? We're in for some judgment about all this, and I'm not proud of that. No, I am not. Okay. All right. Now for the last look, I will take a peek at this race. I gotta shake that one out for congressional seat in the House of Representatives. Al Green, he's a Democrat who's there from Texas. He's always been very, very outspoken about this individual. Called for the articles of impeachment many times, and it's like people just now kind of come around more to understand, like agreeing. So even in the Democratic Party, some feel like he's controversial. I think he's always stood up and stood for the truth. But this election that he'll be in, it has to have a runoff. That means there wasn't enough for anybody to get 50% of the vote to, to be on the ballot. So he's running against this other young man who's 37, Christian Manafi, who is in Congress right now, but that seat will end because that was a special election. So and they redrew maps around Houston, which is where I believe they're running from. So it's kind of unfortunate because they're both needed. Al Green, I know he's older, he's 79. Christian Manafi is 37. So, you've got the age, experience, and people calling for term limits, sure. And then also the young getting in the youth vote. It's kind of unfortunate. But I just want to take a peek. This race won't be until May 26th, I believe. That's right. And maybe we'll take 3 cards for Al Green and 3 for Murphy. I'm gonna go bring in this deck so we can have 2 decks and who might run. And then I think that's just to be on the ballot. I'm confused, but I hope it's not the ending for Al Green. He has been very outspoken. When it was the State of the Union speech, he had the sign that read blacks are not apes, and then he got taken out of the State of the Union because you can't be embarrassing him, who can do that for himself well enough. Yeah? Okay. All right. So I will just take 3 cards for Al Green and then 3 for Menafee. All right. So we're looking at asking about Al Green and this runoff race in May. What can we know? He's feeling tied up. Feeling restricted, I think. Yeah. He's served since, I think, 2004. House of Representatives. They're working up the details, working on it. It's a close race right now. Very close race. This deck's a little easier to shuffle with my 2 hands. So what can we know for Mr. Al Green and the runoff race in May? Okay, I'll give it a cut. All right. So Al Green and the runoff race in Texas coming in May 26th. What can we know about this? It's going to be close. And maybe this isn't even going to be able to tell me what is what. Okay. Well, that's sad. Okay. He feels lost right now. There was they didn't have enough for the first race, but he's feeling lost, but I did ask about what's coming up, so maybe this is indicating there's going to be more loss. Okay, change of fortunes. Yeah. So going from being in Congress maybe to being out. Take one more card. Weird. Knight of Cups. Emotional. Usually this is like a love card. But I've got to take one more. I'm not. He's going to have to go inwards. So, and be meditative. Maybe that it's he'll have to walk away from it. Okay, that's what I get right now today, and going inward. Okay, so that was around 17. All right, now we'll take a look at Christian Menafee's cards. I'm going to set this one down here. And I've cleared this one. And what we want to know is about the runoff race. What's that potentially looking like for him, this young man, 37. He's got a good career in front of him. He does. I need to take off this sweater. Excuse me. Getting warmer. I got my heater on. All right. What can we know for Mr. Menafee? I don't know how to say his name. Christian, Texas, Houston area. The runoff race. Who will be the victor? And it's still close right now. I'm feeling like he may be the one who wins this runoff. Okay. What can we know about Christian Menafee and this runoff race into Houston? Okay, know about the runoff race in Houston for Mr. Menafee, Mr. Christian Menafee, last cut. All right, what can we know about this race coming up in May? Queen of Cups. We're getting cups here. Emotional balance. I also feel like it's the team around him, perhaps, giving advice. And he's excited, and it's also emotional, but he's got to keep balance here. Okay, in the middle. Page of Swords. That's a youth. So the youth may be coming out to vote for him. And he feels like he's bringing that, and also truth to it. He's going to bring the truth, and he wants the youth coming. Let's see, the future. Two of Cups, so interesting because here we got the Knight of Cups. This can be contracts too, and deals. I am not seeing like huge major cards, but toasting the cups. He may be the winner. Let's take a look. One more card. Okay, again, Ace of Swords. Yeah, we saw this earlier, trying to bring in the truth of the matter and and this is also like a yes card too, can be for winning. I just gotta look at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, okay. There's his big card, Justice. He feels like, yeah, he's gonna bring in the justice. So, I mean, if I look at the story of the cards, I feel like maybe it's Menafee who will be the victor in that particular race. But I might take a look at that closer to the time and see also what polls are saying. I don't know. So, all right. Yeah, I feel like he kind of has that momentum. The youth card showed up for him. But Al Green has had a significant career, you know. No doubt on that. All right, just for you, I'll bring out the Flower Oracle deck. Give you a flower card to send you on your way. And I thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, liking. If you want to subscribe, I do politics once, maybe twice a week. I also vary it. I have the celebrity things, but not everybody's interested in that. I know as far as like focusing on a niche, didn't happen. Kind of all over the place. Okay, let's see what flower did we get here. Okay. Maybe I'll read on it. Read from the book if I can find the book. Okay, this is... we get a hibiscus, friends. Hibiscus is health, zest, and resistance. We got to be healthy. We got to get enough rest. And maybe the resistance is like the resistance movement against the things going on in politics here. Persist and resist. Love it. Beautiful card. All right, again, thank you for being here. And I will post it up and bye for now.